Welcome back to another Realtor Spotlight. Today's guest is Martha Vasquez. How many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids. I have 2 girls and 2 boys.
What's the age?
My oldest, she's 31. She's about to get married.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
She live here in Oklahoma City?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then my next...
I feel like I've met her.
You've met her because when... She used to be my my assistant.
Okay, yeah.
Back in the day.
Where was that? Was that at KW?
Keller Williams.
Okay, I do remember that. What was her name?
Nisa.
What is her name? Yeah. Nisa. Okay.
Yeah, she was my assistant.
And then, okay, so Nisa.
And then Nadia, who's 29.
Okay.
And then Ethan, who's 22.
Okay.
And then I have little Santi, who's 8.
Santi is 8.
Yeah.
Santi
is amazing.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
I know you know this, but I'll share it. He stole my hole-in-one ball in my. I have a hole-in-one plaque in my office, and he had been in the office, and he was great because he was showing me what he knew on the computer. He wanted to go to Target.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He pulled up Target and started. He pulled it up right away. Got all anyway. And then I walked back into the office after we were done, or you guys had left, and I looked up and there was no ball. And he took the ball out of there. Anyway, but Lisa had it. So I don't know how that whole thing worked out. But he's amazing. He's a great kid.
So he makes, and let me just talk a little bit about him. He makes these wonderful bookmarks with different characters and like Minions and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And his teacher today, she texted me and she says that they're going to submit his artwork for the art fair.
Yeah.
For the exhibit.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
He's a great kid.
He's an amazing
I think there's
kid.
things about him that you don't even know about.
Oh yeah.
I think he's one of those kids that's he's gonna be important in some.
I hope so.
I think so.
He's amazing.
I agree. Sweet kid.
Yeah, he is.
So, real estate. When did you get into real estate?
I got into real estate in 2003. While I was going to college.
Where were you going to college?
I was going to college at OCCC.
Okay.
Getting my business and finance degree.
How old were you then?
I was 24.
Okay.
I want to say 24, 20. Yeah, 24.
And you said
25.
you were born in Mexico?
I was born in Mexico, and my mom brought us here. My mom's a single mom.
Okay.
And so she brought me here, and yeah, I learned how to speak English in like 6 months.
So you came from Mexico to Oklahoma City? Why Oklahoma City?
She had family here.
Okay.
And
you were how old then?
I was maybe 6 or 7.
Do you remember that?
I remember it. Yeah.
So
we had passports, so we just flew here.
Okay.
And then didn't go back.
Never went back. So how did you go about as far as getting your citizenship?
Oh yeah, that was easy. Well, I learned how to speak English in 6 months, and I was like,
You have brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Okay.
That's the one thing nobody knows.
Okay.
I'm an only child.
Right.
And
so it was just you and your mom?
It was just me and my mom. And we lived in the South Side. And, yep.
Here you are.
Here I am.
So your mom never went back? You never went back? Is your mom still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I take care of my mom.
She lives with you, or she lives?
No, she lives on her own. But
okay. How old is she?
My mom is 70.
She's young.
She's 72.
Okay, she's young.
She's 72.
Okay. Huh. So how long did it take you to get citizenship?
It was easy.
You don't remember not having it?
No, I just did. We did like I did all of that as a kid. And so I'm that kid, the only kid, but I'm that kid that, you sometimes see Spanish-speaking families and they take their kid to translate. I'm that kid.
I got you. I've met many of you.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm that
in
kid.
my previous job,
Pull
there
out
was
of
a lot
school,
of
and then
they take you
to doctor appointments, lawyers.
Does she speak English at all?
She speaks very little,
Uh-huh.
and she understands it, but she's very self-conscious about
Sure.
it.
That'd be a big deal. You know,
It
we think of
is.
that as just nothing.
I mean,
It's
you
a,
throw her in there now, she'll do what she can, but yeah, she's.
what did she do when she got here as far as employment? What did?
She worked at a cleaners called
Okay.
Paragon on 10th and Meridian.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where.
So she found what was it like for her? Was it the adjustment just for you, or is that why she did it, or was it for her? Or
It
what?
was for me. I think she did it to give me a better upbringing, life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's really
And
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure, we could talk about this for hours. But as far as real estate goes, you got your license when you were 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my 20s, I can't remember. I was in around 2003.
Okay.
And then, well, I was going to college in my
What high school did you go to?
Capitol Hill.
Okay.
And my business professor, who's a commercial broker, he said, you know what? You should get your real estate license. And he said, you'll be so successful. And I said, really? I'm like, oh, I'm not really wanting to. He says, yeah, no, you already have the credits. You just have to go in.
Take the test.
Take the test. You
Right.
got your business. You got, back then, all you needed was your transcript.
Where did you take the test?
At the Oric. In Oric.
Over at.
It was at Shepherd Mall.
That's where. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
It was at Shepherd Mall.
I think that's where mine was. I wasn't. I mean, mine was in '99. I took mine,
Yeah.
and so probably the same deal. I don't remember taking that test though for some reason.
Yeah. It was really easy back then, I think. I don't know if it was the same thing now.
I think it's the same,
It is.
or ish. I don't know. It didn't matter.
It was fun.
So you got your license, and then you had to find a brokerage.
Well, no, he already had one in mind for me.
Who's he?
So, my professor.
Who was your professor?
It was Joe Ramsey. Do you know Joe Ramsey?
No.
Yeah, he's a commercial
Familiar
broker.
name. Name's familiar.
Yeah, he's a commercial broker.
And he told you to go where?
He says, go to Prime.
Prime.
Prime Realty was in Midtown.
Okay.
The broker there was Norm Bewley.
I thought that was Kathy McMillan.
Me and Kathy were under him. It was her dad.
And then she did. Oh,
And
okay. I
then
got you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But he was a sweetheart, and he immediately just took me in. And let's see, I was just gonna do it part time. I wasn't really thinking about it being for me,
Right.
because I've never been in sales.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was overwhelming. I think I was like, there was only maybe 4 bilingual realtors then.
Uh-huh.
So business was just booming.
And there were less multilingual lenders, right? That was kind of a difficult thing.
Yeah, but then I did all the
Right.
translating, and that's where
Okay. Yeah. It started early.
it started early.
So how long were you with Prime?
For just a little bit, because shortly after that I went to Keller Williams.
Okay, that's when I met you. So that was like 04, 05.
Yeah, you were my first transaction.
I know it. So, yeah.
You were my first sale.
And it was and be honest. So was it
being honest.
was it a? Did you feel like it was a good transaction?
Oh, it was an excellent transaction.
Did
it
you
was
feel
a good
like
experience.
okay? So I feel like you've shared differently with me that it was like one of those where you didn't feel like I gave you the time of day or something to that degree.
No, I just didn't know you.
Okay.
Here's a kid who's in her 20s, first transaction, comes
Well, I wasn't
in.
much older then.
Well,
I
I
was
thought
probably
you were.
33, 30.
Sure.
Okay. So anyway,
So
I'm
I
trying to
come-
justify my own. Okay.
So I just come in, and I delivered my earnest money.
Right.
Because back then it was just, here, you kept the earnest
Right.
money, and, you submitted it to the listing realtor.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, I was a little bit intimidated.
I hate that.
I'm sorry.
I know it.
just-
No,
it was
it's
my first
honestly
experience.
right. No, I get it, and because especially where I am today, as far as what I see happening with realtors, and we bring new realtors in, and I get calls from them, and they're like, this person treated me so bad, and he talks down to me, and or she whatever it is, and I just want to say, you don't realize the impression that you make on people when they're new, and what it can. I just got the chance maybe a week or two ago to talk to one of the first guys that made an impression on me when I screwed up totally. It was it was an FHA. No, it was a conventional contract. We had the buyer, submitted it. Somewhere along the line, it changed to FHA. I didn't care. I was just like, okay, I was the buying side. Okay, good. Thanks. See you later. Well, it matters, right?
It does.
And I didn't realize it mattered. And the other realtor called me up and said, hey, when did this change to FHA? I'm like, I don't know. It's going to go through. Just, kind of a jerk about it, I think. And he's like, Richard, you can't do that. You got to tell me about that. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. We're in this together, and I'll never forget that guy, and I'll never forget that. And I know we kind of giggle about that experience, but it does bother me to think that I wasn't thoughtful enough to see what the impression I could make.
But you didn't know it was my first deal.
Well, I didn't. Still, I should be
that's something
kind
that for me it was. I didn't know you.
Right.
I love how you are, because the one thing that brought me here to you is how laid back you are. I love that.
Well, I hate that experience.
I did not know you.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was a little bit intimidating because I didn't know you.
Right.
And here I'm delivering my earnest money check, and you go, okay, thank you, bye.
Well, I just shouldn't be like that. It wasn't all that anyway at that point. Yeah.
You didn't know. But it was a good experience. I mean, everything was just so smooth.
That's because Lisa and Karen and those people around me that made it work. So
that's right.
Anyway, so you've been in real estate 20 years now.
20 years.
Right. What is it that you like about it?
Oh man. I'm a people person.
Right.
And I love meeting people. But it's not just about that. For me, it's just basically everything that entails. Yeah. Real estate for me has been like a joyride. Like, it's got its ups and downs, but the challenges, I love to overcome those challenges. Right. And now I'm not afraid for those challenges. I welcome those challenges. I love every aspect of it.
Well, you've experienced most of it, so you're confident.
I love all of it.
Right.
Everything. So I think that real estate just fit me like a glove. I didn't know, because I've never been in sales before real estate. And I love all of that.
So I felt like initially when you were in real estate, most of your clientele was Hispanic.
Yeah.
It seems like that has
expanded.
Changed, for you, but you're still very involved in.
Oh, I'm very involved.
Right.
I'm involved with the Hispanic community. I also the thing about my relationship with my first clients, I've kept a lot of those relationships. They're great friends now. Right. And I appreciate that. I love the relationships that I've built on since then. And I try to stay in touch.
That's good. I asked around today. When I do these things, I try to get a little. I feel like I have a pretty good feel for you. But I asked a couple of people, what is it you think when we talk about Martha? And one of the answers was, "Oh, she is so sweet. She is so kind." And said she is, when she walks into a room, it lightens up. And I'm like, I feel like I'm at your funeral right now when they're, how people talk, But I think it was genuine from this person. Yeah. She really was like, she is one of those types of people that is just happy, and you seem happy. So, is that something you have to think about, or is it just natural?
No, for me, I just enjoy everything that I do.
Right.
It's like I said, I'm blessed. Yeah. I love what I do.
That's great. Well, we love that you're here.
Thanks.
What is something, and I ask everybody this, except Karen. I didn't ask her. I had to ask her something different because she was in control. What is something about you that we don't know about? You've shared some stuff already about the whole moving here. I thought that was really interesting.
I think that's it.
That's a great story.
I typically don't talk about that. yeah, that's
I
one
think
of the things.
you think about that, and I think about your mom. What a true hero
She is.
she really is.
She really is.
Yeah.
She did a lot. I mean, I feel like if she wouldn't have brought me here, I don't know.
That'd be weird.
It would be weird.
Yeah. What another question I have? I thought about this earlier. How has Santi changed your life?
Santi has changed.
How am I saying it?
Santi?
I'm saying it like I'm a Yankee. Santi.
Yeah, Santi.
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 Yes,
Like
Santi.
Santiago?
Santiago. Okay, Santi. Okay.
Santi.
Is it Santiago?
It's Santiago.
Okay, good.
And so we call him Santi.
Okay. How's he changed your life?
Well, Santi is in the spectrum. And it was a really tough realization to
I
find
remember
that
when you were
out.
going through the hearing. It was a hearing thing. Was it that kind of
Well, yeah, that was when.
I remember that.
Because having 3 kids, knowing all the
Right.
milestones that they have, something didn't click. It was like something's up,
Right.
and we thought, well, maybe he can't hear.
Right.
So
You sound like an Okie there. He can't hear.
He can't
You
hear.
got yes.
Yeah,
You
I
got
have
him
all
on
these
accent.
accents.
Yes.
And so we went to have him tested, and they said, oh yeah, he didn't pass the hearing test. And so they did tubes. I think he was like 7 months, 8 months.
Okay.
And then that wasn't it. And we're like, no. And I kept asking, okay, this is not working. This is not working. Trying to find what is happening. And so at 13 months, we had him diagnosed with autism.
Okay. That early. Is that earlier than normal?
It is if you know what's going on. Sometimes parents don't realize it. If they're first time parents, they don't realize it till later on.
Right.
But yeah, we were lucky that we diagnosed it that early. So he's just been.
Is he any different based on the fact that you found it early? So you were able to change some things? Like what?
Well, at first, Santi didn't speak. He was nonverbal.
Right.
They call it speech aplasia.
Okay.
And so I didn't hear the word mama till he was 4.
Okay.
And we were able to sign him up to a really good school because in our district, we didn't have we just didn't have the time. The school district didn't have the time to give him the therapy that he needed.
Is that why you moved to Edmond?
And that's why we moved to Edmond.
It never made sense to me why you were doing that. I get that now.
It was for him.
That's good.
And so
that's very cool.
We thought, okay, well, we need to move to a different district because he needs more help. But in the meanwhile, we had applied to Good Shepherd Catholic School, which is a school for children in the spectrum only. And yeah, they did great.
He seems to be.
They did excellent. He started speaking maybe months after we put him there. And he's just been doing excellent since then.
Yeah.
And so now he's in the Edmond School District.
How old is he now?
He's 8.
8. Yeah.
He's a great kid.
He really is. Well, I love hearing his story and your story. It's a great story to have. So anyway, that's Martha. We'll see you next week.